Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Binding of Isaac. We're just going to do another vanilla random run here, and we got Isaac. I think it's fair to say that there have been mixed to middling results recently in these Binding of Isaac runs, and I like doing vanilla runs because there's always the chance. Like with the challenge run, you sort of know how it's going to go, or at least you have a hunch going in. But vanilla run, man, it's like, you know, life is like a box of chocolates, etc., etc. I tried to think of a funny quote that was obviously a mistake to use as the end of that quote there. Like, imagine if you did Forrest Gump's quotes. That should be a new Tumblr, like mistaken Forrest Gump quotes, like life is like a box of chocolates, ich bin ein Berliner, or something like that. I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit high concept for the average Tumblr. But in any case, you know, it's a vanilla run. What more is there to say? We're gonna have a good time here. I've got the D6. Isaac is probably my favorite character in the game, although I do like Judas from time to time. I can be a Cain guy. Look who we've got our Cains on now. But most of the time, you know, Isaac, he's my bread and butter. Bread and butter gets a bad rap, by the way. It's a weird expression, don't you think? Isaac's my bread and butter, as if, like, bread and butter is what... Okay, I get it, game, thanks for the keys. You know that expression that, like, X or Y is my bread and butter. I mean, people don't subsist on bread and butter anymore. The obesity epidemic would probably be pretty substantial. I mean, there's a lot of carbohydrate and fat pairing there that is not necessarily good for your waistline. What do yeah, take your nutrition advice from a YouTube Let's Player. Anyway, that's just a weird expression. Maybe it should be like, you know, Isaac is my potatoes and protein source, if we're being North American centric here or something. Anyway, I'm gonna re-roll this range upgrade because it sucks. Instead, I'll take an HP upgrade, and we're not gonna go fight the boss just yet. Now we're gonna do our due diligence and try to get some HP upgrades here. It would be interesting to see how that, like, Isaac's my bread and butter phrase would change depending on which country you're in. Like, maybe if you were in, like, Korea, it would be like, Isaac's my kimchi and rice, and that would be totally fair. If you're in Canada, it would obviously be, you know, Isaac's my maple syrup and poutine, because if you listen to the average non-Canadian, not to point fingers at any one specific nationality, even though we might all be thinking it, all we have in Canada is, poutine and, well, no. Maple syrup, I suppose, is the other one. What are the other Canadian foods? That and Canadian bacon, which people don't understand is fucking awesome. Canadian bacon's just ham. Shut up, straw man, I just invented. No, it's not. Canadian bacon, aka P-meal bacon, is the pork god's gift to man. And if you cling to your regular traditional bacon, you do not understand what you are missing, man. P-meal bacon would be a huge hit in the United States, I feel. It's basically just like a salty, thicker bacon. It's not quite a ham, though. It's hard to explain. With a nice little, like, pea-meal around it. That probably didn't make any sense. Holy shit, the commentary has gone off the rails quickly. This is what happens when I go to an XL floor on the very first floor. Is this like a double curse, by the way? Like, this seems way longer than an XL floor should be for the first level. Anyway, this is what happens when I don't get the item room forever. Ouija board. We're gonna take it. It's risky, but I was thinking, like, is Ouija board bad? No, it's not. Is it worth a reroll? Maybe, except for the fact that... Oh, that was really bad. But except for the fact that we have, you know, 3 other rooms that could possibly warrant a reroll. Or 2 other rooms, I guess, that could possibly warrant a reroll. We still have 1 item room left, and we have the second boss room. And, well, I guess possibly 3 rooms because of the deal with the devil. So I really didn't want to, you know, just get rid of... Oh, holy shit, I'm not doing a lot of damage. Who would have thought Sloth would be such a pain in the ass here? Really thought that bomb would hit him. Sadly, I fucked that up a little bit. I guess we'll drop the Justice card quickly because I really want to pick up all of this health and this extra bomb to compensate for the one I wasted. Jesus, does Ouija board come with a damage downgrade to start with or something? Why? I mean, it's partly that Sloth is just having great AI now and continues to summon way too many fucking enemies. Holy shit, that was more difficult than it should have been, though. Alright, and we get another key for our troubles, which is fine. The tower card, we might be able to get a key for the tower card here, provided I don't take damage myself. Good, so, you know, it actually threw that key even closer towards us, which is awesome. But still, that could have gone better. No two bones about that. But yes, my whole point was that the Ouija board might not be great. It might not be my favorite item, but it's better to take it as opposed to, yeah, we'll look for a secret room here. It's better to take it and save the reroll for something that is perhaps going to be objectively worse. Now, this is kind of tricky because, you know, the downside of the Ouija board is that it makes it more difficult to shoot fire. But we didn't have too much trouble there. We're getting a little bit more money, and the shop may indeed prove to be worthwhile. Someone needs to go back and, you know, do some JFK to the, or, you know, the Zapruder film of the start of this episode. Because I'm pretty sure we got Curse of the Lost and Curse of the Labyrinth. Because this is an enormous... first floor. And we're kind of halfway through it at this point, I guess, because we have to go to the boss room. We will reroll Mr. Boom. It's hard to imagine whatever we get from the boss being worse than this, even if we don't get another opportunity. And hey, we got the miter. That is turning a frown upside down. Also, I'm realizing now that we have this glow behind us. That means in that blindness episode suggested by BizSnap, there was indeed the miter that we picked up, and I thought it was the scapular. I always forget because they give you weird kind of effects behind you, if you will. Let us move onwards. Weird kind of frescoes, I guess. Is that the correct word? Almost certainly not, but whatever. We've got so many keys, we might as well... Oh, I want the blue candle more than anything in the world. I would get rid of the D6 for that this early. Yes, indeed. So what's my end game here? We shoot all the poop. We hope for Pageant Boy. And maybe we get very lucky and we manage to pick up the candle. If not, so be it. But candle... Oh, that's really good, actually, but... Is there any way we can make this work? Like, if we pop this here, maybe we can get 4 cents and the tinted rock? We'll see. I am not a smart man! That was not a good turn of events there. Okay, I don't know if we're gonna have a chance, honestly, to get, what I want here. We're gonna fight our boss, I guess. We're not gonna have a D6 charged up to do anything with. Maybe, again, if we get Pageant Boy, that's gonna be fine. We're fighting an enemy that has the potential to give us, Pageant Boy. Can the Blighted Ovum... Oh my god, he's too fast. Can the Blighted Ovum actually, like, shoot itself? We might die here. This is embarrassing, but it's true. Please just murder this dude. I don't think we're gonna die, actually. I think we're gonna get close. I definitely do not think we will be earning a deal with the devil on this one. Please don't run faster ever again. Ah, okay. Well, we're alive. And we got Cat of Nine Tails, which is not good at all. And I have no bombs, which is even worse. So I guess we'll just leave this floor. I'm not super psyched about how this turned out. And we did end up having to leave the candle back there. We got Curse of the Labyrinth again. Luckily, rolling in keys, as, you know, Adele always says. But, you know, we got problems here. Our damage is, for some reason, seemingly, like, really prohibitively low. We need bombs. Not desperately, maybe, but it would be nice. Okay, just don't shoot the poop. You can kill the spider from afar, yeah. There's a bomb, which is good. We need more health. We got 1 HP upgrade there that I haven't really been able to fully use. But most of all, we just need some kind of way to improve our damage. Even just getting something like number 1 would allow us to improve our rate of fire enough to make it worthwhile, potentially. That is actually really valuable right there. See, this is why we need more damage, because I'm pretty sure on this room... We're gonna find our... Oh my god, I managed to get out of there. I'm slowly becoming better at dealing with these rooms, but seriously, that was harrowing there. We were like a split second away from being totally fucked. Okay, one more bomb will allow us to take advantage of this room. This will at least allow us to get some money by way of this golden poop in here. It's a little tricky. I can't seem to hit it at all, which is a problem. I could always just blow up the slot machine, I guess. There we go. We've managed to hit the golden poop once in 10 shots. Twice. We should have like 4 more or something like that. 3. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we managed to get a nickel and 4 pennies out of it, which means the shop is, you know, definitely viable. Just get out of there before anything terrible happens to you. 19 cents is good. We could use that to potentially pick up a good item on the shop. But for now, let's just move onwards. I'm looking for a good opportunity to use my D6, which I have not had so far. Please destroy the nubs. Destroy the white nubs. Okay, apparently the green bombs cannot destroy the white nubs. Nubs must be immune to the powers of the green bombs. I wish I had that ability myself, but in the meantime, we're just gonna continue spamming shots here. Holy shit, why is my base damage so bad? I don't understand, like, what am I talking about here? Does Ouija board carry, like, a damage downgrade? I seem to do fine against the first boss that we fought. But things gradually, or, you know, very quickly seem to ramp up in difficulty after that. I mean, okay, to be fair... Oh, it's really bad too. We are on catacombs, and we started with the cellar, so I mean things didn't start easy. Please die. Please die. Oh my god. This is not going very well for us to begin with here. But again, any run where we beat Mom is a success, and we can possibly beat Mom just vanilla, basically. There was that one run where I actually managed to make that happen, and we're a little bit stronger than vanilla at this point by way of our HP. I guess, you know, the miter, if we would actually get some Spirit Heart drops, which have apparently... Alright, we're 1 hit away from death. This is actually really bad news. It's okay, just be cool and get them all on the same line. At some point, there will be a red heart drop. Remember, that other red heart you can see on your map right now is inaccessible for me. Game is kind of fucking me a little bit here. This is weird. Pinky Eye, sure. Good, but not good enough to probably save me. This is another room that is potentially great if it's the icing on the cake, but this, you know, money can't be cake. You can't eat money. It'll give you a weird metallic taste in your mouth. And suffice it to say, you know, the boss room is probably the special room I was least excited about running into at this point. It's not to say we're dead yet, but we could be dead very, very shortly. Do spiders travel faster over spider webs? Interesting question that I don't think is true, but still. Alright, we have a treasure chest here. This raises a very interesting point. That spirit art has to be gotten, and I think I just start fighting the bosses right now because I need the health that they'll drop. I have the D6 available. I'm gonna save, fuck it, man, I don't know. We're gonna save that golden chest. No, we're not gonna pick it up yet. This is the easiest boss we could possibly hope to fight at this point. I'm not sure if this is a champion or the default version. The poison damage is gonna tear him apart. That's really good. We can hide out behind rocks, so spiders are less likely to hit us. Don't come closer. He's about half dead, and we have taken 0 damage, which is great. I think he only does half a heart to us. He doesn't hit me that often, but normally I also am in a much better position damage-wise by this point. We need to poison him. I don't want to poison his stock of angry bodyguard flies, which are currently proving to be ultimate assholes. Seriously, just... Oh my god, I just died to a fly. Fuck it, restart. That was awful, man. That was really bad. I had basically 0 fun for the first 10 minutes of that run. Let's make something better happen here. I do think there is, you know, there's a certain bias definitely at work here, but I think there's a history of bad runs becoming good. Technology 2 is a pretty good start. But there's a history of bad runs becoming good after you replay them. So, you know, even starting with Technology 2 is a big bonus here. I think it's better than Technology, unless Technology comes with some kind of damage boost. Because we still also get to fire our tears occasionally out of one of our eyes, which is great. We don't have to spend any more keys here. We're also starting on the basement, which is apparently a gift from above. No curses that I can think of either, so you know what, why don't we just, well, I was gonna say let's just go fight our boss, but instead let's just continue onwards here. I played not great during that last run, to be sure, but the game also didn't do me any fucking favors. 1 bomb for Liberty Cap is tempting, but I'm gonna skip it. You know, we can probably tell where the secret room is here, but why risk it? And I'm hoping we get Larry Jr., but we did not. We get Monstro, but that's okay too. Monstro is going to be fairly easy for us to take out as a result of our technology and infinite range. What I would love here, technology in the infinite range, almost like a Smashing Pumpkins album or something like that. What I would like here is if we manage to pick up Bloody Lust or something. It's probably not going to happen from this boss room, but if we manage to pick up Bloody Lust, we can put ourselves in a position where, you know, technology allows us to take out enemies like flies and spiders really easily, and then turn and use that damage increase on the bosses and enemies that spawned them, which would be fantastic. But, you know, for now, let's not sweat it too much. I'm feeling much stronger, despite the fact that we have less items than I was on the last one. Definitely take this HP upgrade. Why don't we head down to the next floor? We'll save our bomb in case we come across some tinted rocks. So far, so good. Curse of the Lost. Not going to sweat it too much, because at least we're not on an XL floor. This means double the shops, although we have literally like 1/23 as much money as we used to have. That was a clutch dodge there that ended up working out much better than expected. Oh, Angry Spider is going to perish. Sadly, we cannot go to our mob trap room. If you guys could just fall out here single file, I would love to destroy you one by one. Like so. Alright. Well, if this guy's body would die. There we go. Now, we are going to be shooting all of the poop. It's almost it's the antithesis of the last run, if you will. Those pills scare the shit out of me, but also, who dares wins. But it's the antithesis of the last run, because now it's easy to shoot poop, as opposed to with the Ouija board, when it was impossible. Pill number 1, full health. No big deal. Let's go into the mob trap room and then pop pill number 2. Because while I'm in there, maybe we'll make something good happen. Well, you never know. We need whatever's in here regardless. Pill number 2 was telepills, which took us straight to the item room and a judgment. Which I can't open because I don't have any keys. Alright, so we might end up playing that judgment. Don't get me wrong. First things first, though, we need to try to look for a key in all the other rooms, because I don't want to necessarily waste 2 cents playing judgment. You know what? There's a key right there. Could use that to open the golden chest. I think that would be a short-sighted decision, at the very least. If I get more money, I would love to play this judgment. That would save us from going to the shop, because judgment will almost always pay out. I don't want to take the D20. I know it's sacrilege, because the D20 creates for some entertaining runs, but at the same time, I don't feel like the D20 is all that useful compared to the D6. I think it's a good spacebar item, especially, you know, with certain combinations. If you have something like the, you know, Bloody Penny and you come across an arcade or something, that's awesome. But you don't always get those opportunities, or maybe even often get those opportunities. But, you know, I like the D20 well enough, but not well enough to pick it up over the D6. There's another key for us. Let's pop open that golden chest now, because I would love to be able to... Oh, yeah, we definitely want this half red heart. I would love to be able to get another item, basically for free, even if it is just a raw stats upgrade. Maybe especially if it's a raw stats upgrade. Well, instead, we picked up a single penny, which I don't feel that great about. But you never know, that might be the penny that causes Judgment to actually pay out, and if so, exciting times. We will probably end up looking for the secret room simply as a result of the fact that there is a Judgment here. So if we ended up getting like 7 cents, that could prove incredibly valuable for the cost of a single bomb. I will definitely be looking out for all the poop that we can shoot to get as much single penny action as possible. Another key, which means we don't really want to do anything with that, actually. I'm coming back here to just reroll what we have in our item room. Rerolling an item that is capable of rerolling is a little bit strange for me, but that's okay. We'll probably have at least one more opportunity to reroll, but we might not. In fact, we probably won't. So I would just hope for any passive at this point. Let's see if we get something half decent here. Mom's Bra, that is not a passive, nor is it half decent. But we still have technology, so we're rolling forwards. I would really love to see an arcade at this point, but I think that's unlikely given that we only have 2 cents. Not everything is coming up Millhouse so far. In fact, very few things coming up Millhouse so far, which is disappointing. But, you know, that's Isaac in a nutshell. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. You know, Mama always said Isaac is like a box of chocolates. Why am I finding it impossible to think of some kind of awesome quote to use there? Like, can we cut it and then redo it or something like that? Mama always said life is like a box of chocolates, or Isaac's like a box of chocolates. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That would have been clever. I would have been pleased with that. Sadly, it just didn't come to be, did it? Now, there's a pony here. Is it worth re-rolling the item the pony gives you? I don't think so. Is it worth picking up the pony? I don't think so. I think the D6 is still more valuable, as much as I might be interested in using the pony, not for its active effect, obviously, but for the fact that its passive ability is pretty strong. I think the D6 is going to be more valuable moving forwards. At the very least, this is going to give us the opportunity to re-roll the item room again, and hopefully not pick up Mom's Bra, because I think that's a fairly garbage item. Comparatively, again, with the D6. Not a garbage in general, because it's better than having nothing, but is it better than having what I consider one of the better spacebar items in the game? Absolutely not. This pony, by the way, is fucking immortal. Immortal Pony, of course, also my favorite Nordic metal band. Alright, finally, just one of these dickholes remains. What a god-awful series of runs so far. Technology 2, solid upgrade. We live, we get a Spirit Heart. Now we go back and reroll whatever the fuck is back here. And you know what? We look for our secret room as well, because Judgment could turn this frown upside down with just a single blue candle drop or something like that. Let us see what the secret room contains. That is indeed it. It is awesome, because it contains money. 12 cents is enough to get me excited here, which doesn't bode well for my future in the sex trade. I think it's probably not going to be as lucrative for me as it is for some other people. But the ability to play Judgment here is pretty strong. In all likelihood, anyway. There's more health for us, which is borderline essential at this point. Please just drop a Mom's Knife or something. Have some mercy on me. I'd pay out with anything, really, at this point. Well, okay, the red heart, I guess, is kind of valuable. It's not bad. Notched Axe! We re-rolled Notched Axe? Yes, let's re-roll Notched Axe and get Able. Alright, it didn't really matter, I think, whether we re-rolled this or Mom's Bra. We'll just take Able moving forwards. Was it worth 5 cents? Yeah, I guess. I mean, if I went to a shop and I found Able for 5 cents, I would probably buy it. Dare we take the risk of going to our shop and seeing if there's a 7-cent item? I'm going to. There is not. There is a Spirit Heart and a Red Heart. I'm just going to leave, though, because I think the 7 cents is more valuable than either of those. Hopefully we'll get some keys on the next floor. Alright, so I would say so far so bad. We're 20 minutes in, leaving the Cellar Part 2 on our second run, with not really that many advantages. We have Technology 2, we have 1 extra HP, we have a little bit of weird damage by way of Able. We didn't pick up anything on our second boss room. We didn't pick up anything on our second item room, but we got an item from Judgment. So, for all of our due diligence, I would say that this is, you know, a run that has been pretty barren, and we can't even avoid taking damage. Hopefully we can avoid taking damage the second time. Nope. How about, yeah, well, we took fucking 1 whole heart of damage on that room. Maybe I should have, I can't even really move Able in a situation like that. Game's fucking with me right now. I think it's mad. I don't know why, though. Have I done you dirty, the Binding of Isaac? I feel like I've been fairly reasonable in my coverage of you over the past, 18 months. Sadly, we cannot fly, so we cannot get to that. Oh, look at my damage. It's so low, I can't even kill these spiders with Technology 2 before they get to me. God, that's disappointing. We're gonna blow up this so we can get that treasure chest. Treasure chest contains 1 red heart, which quite honestly might be worth it at this point. We're gonna fight our boss right away because it gives us the opportunity to possibly earn a much-needed deal with the devil. But beyond that, our D6 is basically available, so we would be probably pretty silly not to fight the boss right now. Now, are we gonna be safe against this boss? That is interesting. I think we're in a reasonably safe position, reasonably defensible, but I think these guys might summon bomb flies when they get hit, like when their segments break, and that scares the shit out of me, although we should be able to take them out somewhat quickly by way of the technology that we have, and hopefully start some kind of awful chain reaction that hurts them a great deal. Like right now, it would have been a great time for that to happen. Instead, we're now trapped in hell. Yeah, there we go. I've taken some damage. And there's a little bit more, so there goes probably our chance at a deal with the devil. Look at how little damage I'm doing. Is there a hotfix for the Binding of Isaac that just came out that like lowered Isaac's base damage or something? It's crazy. Like the speed at which, or the slowness at which I'm killing these enemies is really remarkable, I've got to say. Please just start a chain reaction and hurt some of them. Did Abel just kill one? Is Abel my only hope for a good future here? We get the crate, which, fuck that. I'm gonna, it might be tempting actually, but I'm gonna re-roll it. Sure, we get the HP upgrade that's more desirable, I think. You might be saying, but Northernlion, there were keys in that crate. That's true. Could have used those. There was a Spirit Heart as well, and a pill, and a tarot card, but the HP upgrade, I think, is more valuable. I want to trade this to the devil at some point. Hopefully we get the opportunity to do so. Also, hopefully we pick up a key on this floor. Otherwise, the poor just keep getting poorer. We're not gonna, it's not gonna become any easier for us to beat the game. The more floors we go without getting any items. I don't know. I can't help but feel like things would be very different right now if I had just gotten the candle on the first floor, but, can't always get what you want, I suppose. Let's kill these guys, and again, it takes like 10 seconds or more of sustained fire in order to kill one green bomb-throwing piece of garbage, which is really frustrating. I almost feel like I've turned on hardcore mode in the Binding of Isaac or something like that, but there's an extra bomb. Hopefully we come across a tinted rock at some point. See, these fistula guys, I have no problem fighting these guys all day. They die to focused fire very, very quickly. We're definitely going to take the pill because we have to. It's telepills. It has taken us back to the boss room, which means we'll have to do some kind of laborious walking here. Would love to remind you that we are, probably 3 or 4 rooms away from just abandoning this floor without picking up any items except for a single HP upgrade. That is damning for us moving forwards. Maybe not on the Catacombs Part 1, but if you combine that with the Cellar Part 2, and the fact that I didn't really get all that much in the Basement Part 1, I got Technology 2. That's still been the greatest coup that we've had so far. Here's our final boss fight. We need a key. If we don't get a key here, I guess I go to the secret room, which is probably right next to us, and hope that there's an item in there, which I can use my D6 to reroll. Unless it's great, like Epic Fetus or something like that, which would be a goddamn lifesaver at this point. Maybe we can earn an attack fly here, which is not just good because an attack fly is an okay item in my perspective anyway, but if we can earn an attack fly here, it's more that it just gives us a pedestal to reroll and get other items from, which is probably, we gotta go for that risk versus reward style now. We're unlikely to get an attack fly because we need one of these blue envies to show up, which is not gonna happen. And I took some damage there, which is real silly. We kind of desperately need to deal with the devil, whether that happens by Joker card or by our own virtues or luck is fine by me. Oh my god, they dropped a single key. Okay, so all is not lost yet. That is not our secret room, which sucks a lot, but alright, the fact that we have a key is okay. Not going to use it to go to the shop because I worry that the shop items, again, are going to be 15 cents. At least we'll have 2 cracks at a guaranteed item from the item room. Might be a spacebar item, that's okay, especially if it's a good one. But we can always re-roll it once if it's bad. It's awful. Among the worst. Let's build out some suspense here. 1 more penny. And our second chance. Okay. Mini Mush is not horrible. It's definitely not what I need, but it's certainly better than not taking anything, so I'm not going to complain too hard. But we are still in a not great position. What do we need? I want to trade a little bit of my health for a Mom's Knife, basically. I hate to say it because people get pissed off every time you mention Mom's Knife, but it's real important. Mom's Knife is a really good item, and it's something that I kind of desperately feel like I need for my success here. There's other ways around it, but the thing is, as you get closer to the end of the game, without having any extra upgrades, of course we're on the Catacombs again, but as you get further on in the game without getting the upgrades that you feel like you need, it becomes less likely that you're gonna get, 4 damage upgrades and a bunch of tiers upgrades and, speed and flying, etc., etc. And it becomes more like I need a one fucking item fix all scenario. So basically at this point I'm like, we pretty much need Mom's Knife because it's very unlikely I'm not picking that up. I will re-roll the shit out of that until the cows come home. Yeah, kind of at this point we're like, we need Mom's Knife or Sacred Heart, because without those I can't do anything. Like, there's just not enough item rooms and shops left in the game, or keys, for me to be able to do what I would need to do. Alright, so that pill didn't really do too much for us. I'm gonna take us down to 2 hearts. I feel safe-ish at 2 hearts. This is a new pill. The pill is bad gas. And I really want to play that Demon Judgment more, don't get me wrong. I just don't want to sell myself completely out. We might actually die on this room, in which case I apologize, but fuck, it has been a bad run so far. Oh my god, okay, there you go. Didn't even get past the Catacombs Part 2. This is maybe the worst run of Isaac I've had in recent memory, but Jesus. I played poorly, random number generator. Fucked us really hard. Look at the items that we got here. We're on the 4th floor. We have Technology 2, 1 HP upgrade, Able, I think that's stem cells for a 2nd HP upgrade, Mini Mush, and the D6 we started with. This is some of the smallest cache of items I've ever seen a run end with this late in the game, but in any case, thanks for watching. This has been frustrating, but there's a yin and a yang in the Binding of Isaac, so hopefully we'll be able to come back with a great vanilla run next, and then we'll move back on to challenge runs. Please continue suggesting your challenge runs in the comments. I scour through the videos whenever I'm looking to do challenge runs. I usually record like 3 or 4 in a batch, so I go through like a week's worth of videos and look at the top comments and see what the best challenge runs suggested are. So continue doing that, and continue voting on ones that you would like to see in the future. I promise I am paying attention. As always, thanks for watching. Apologies for the just sadness and shittiness of this run, but to a certain extent, I contributed, but it was also out of my hands. But again, I hope it was entertaining, at least from a Schadenfreude kind of context anyway. But again, in any case, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.